So I normally don't do intros because I don't really like my voice and I don't want to be on camera, but I'm going to do one for this one because it's going to be, because we had some sad things happen this week with the alpacas. So I wanted to do a little intro before I start the other videos. And then at the end, after the sad news about the alpacas, Mojo's birthday was this week. He's our one of our monkeys, and so he got his presents. Really, all three of them got presents. They just kind of all open their presents and play with their presents. So he got to open presents, and then there's an update on the baby birds that are by my garage. So that's the beginning of this, and you'll kind of figure out what's going on with the alpacas as I start playing the other videos and hear what happens. Okay, so we're gonna get onto that. Something is wrong with Cream, so I spent the morning looking for a vet that I could get to. Found a vet and it got her loaded in the back of my car with Mac. No, that one's not Mac. That one's Mock. With Macchiato, and we are
10 miles. Take exit 72 onto State Highway 19 toward Maysville.
And we're heading to the vet. So about 30 minutes, and we're going to be at the vet to find out what's wrong with her. She lost a lot of weight, which is to be expected when she's nursing a baby, but I've been feeding her extra, and she's had plenty of grass and hay to eat. But so the weight loss seems a little much to me with him still being this young. I would expect some weight loss when he's a little bit older, but with him being still so young, I wouldn't expect her to have this much weight loss. And then yesterday she was drinking a lot, and then this morning she wouldn't eat at all, and she was drooling really bad and throwing up, and every time she would try to take a drink, it would just all come right back up. So I'm not sure what's going on. I've tried to massage her neck to see if there was anything stuck in her throat, which I didn't see, but she's also making it sound like she's in a lot of pain. So I guess we'll find out what happens when we get her to the vet. All right, so we had some really bad news. Mock's mama Cream passed away yesterday morning. I went back up to the vet and picked Mock up, and so we've been bottle feeding him. So we're gonna see, but he's doing really good with the bottle feeding. He's eating really well and doing really good with the bottle feeding. We don't know what happened with her yet. We know she had some sort of infection that caused her blood sugar to spike. They're doing a necropsy on her, and I haven't got the results back on the necropsy. So we don't know if it has something to do with an infection from giving birth to him or something else, but we'll find out. But he's doing really good. He's been eating really well. I have to feed him every couple hours, even through the night. So it was a long day yesterday and a long night, but he's doing really good. Right now he's eating between 2 and 2.5 of these little bottles every time he eats. And I need to get him up to eating about 3, I think 1.5 to 2 cups per feeding, where he'd only eat 3 times a day at that point. But right now he's eating like every 1.5 to 2 hours, so he's getting about 3 cups during the day, but he's just not getting it like he's supposed to. But right now he's doing really good. So we're gonna go back to weighing him probably every other day to make sure his weight's gaining and that he's doing okay, but so far he's doing good. I have left a couple of the girls with him, so he has somebody to play with, and I'm rotating them out so they each have a chance to go out in the pasture and feed. And the other mama and baby is over there, which you can't see them right now. They're in the shade because it's hot. I haven't let them out yet because when I went to go let them out, the baby is still so small that he kind of gets knocked down, and he's not big enough for me to let Mock nurse off of her, because then he wouldn't get enough. So we just have to do bottle feeding until Mock is old enough to eat on his own. But that's what happened so far. All right, so we had some more sad news. Cookie's baby passed away last night. I'm not really sure what happened with him. I'm thinking he's probably premature because he was only about 5 pounds when he was born. He had been gaining weight because he was up to 9 pounds. But to me, he just never looked right. If you looked at the way he looked compared to the way Mock looks, he just never seemed right. He just never looked right. And I don't know if it was that he was premature or if there's something wrong with him. Alpacas have a weird gestation time. They can go anywhere. Their gestation is supposed to be somewhere around like 370 days. But they can go as early as 10 months or as late as up to 400 days. So you kind of don't know. And I know he wasn't like 10 months, or I know he wasn't a 10-month baby. I know he wasn't that early, but he was definitely early at some point. I think he was definitely early just with his size because he was only 5 pounds. But anyway, since we lost him, what I did is I've moved Mock into the same pen with Cookie, and I'm hoping that maybe she will adopt him and let him start nursing off of her. That would be the best thing for him. Right now, I am still bottle feeding him, and I will continue to bottle feed him until I know he's nursing her and I know he's bonding with her. It may take a few days for them to bond, but I'm really hoping that he'll bond with her and she'll let him start nursing her. And that would be the best thing for him and her. But yeah. But he's doing good. He's eating all of his food. He's doing really well eating his food. I'm gonna weigh him today to see that he's still gaining weight. Like I said, Cookie's baby had been gaining weight. He went from 5 pounds to 9 pounds, and he'd just been born on Father's Day. And so he was gaining weight. So it wasn't that he wasn't eating, and every time I came down here, I made sure I watched him eat. But Mock, from the day he was born, he's always been up and active and just moving around, doing stuff. I mean, he would lay down and nap, or he would like fall asleep standing up, but he was always up doing stuff. Mac, when I would come down here, he was always laying down, always laying down sleeping, and I would have to get him up, and I would watch him nurse. And I know like Mama would get him up some. I had watched her really closely to see what she was doing with him, and she was getting him up, and he was nursing her plenty. I mean, he is gaining weight, so that's obvious that he was nursing and that he was gaining weight. So I'm not really sure what happened, but he did pass this morning. So hopefully she will accept Mock as her new baby, and he'll be able to have a mama again. She was being a good mama, and she's pretty protective over him so I'm hoping. hoping he hasn't gotten too used to me in the couple days that I've been nursing him, but he does look for me to bring him his food. So I don't know, I'm hoping she'll accept him. Right now I think she's still just looking for her baby. She did know he was gone. She had sniffed him, and I think she did know he was gone, but still I think she's looking for him and is upset that he's not with her. So, but hopefully she'll accept Mock here in the next day or so, and he'll be her new baby, I'm hoping. Okay, so enough of all the sad stuff. We're gonna go on to some updates about our baby birds that are nesting next to the garage, and the rest of my shipment that tarantulas that I didn't get in last week because the supplier didn't send them. And then Mojo getting his birthday presents. Okay, so here we go. Look how big the babies are. Look how big they are. They got their feathers. They're gonna be flying and leaving the nest soon. Mom and Daddy are buzzing around me, upset that I'm looking at them. But there they are, look at them. So big. So I got in the last of my order from last week that I was waiting on. This should be 2 GGBs come in from Simply Spiders. So we're gonna open this up and check it out. Got more awesome stickers. He always puts in stickers. Always very well wrapped, like usual. And here they are. So we're gonna be getting them in their new homes. So these guys are really small guys, so I'm going to be using these smaller enclosures, but I'm going to set them up semi-arborally. They don't really burrow too much, so I'll do a little bit of substrate and then give them a little bit of height because they like to web. This is their setups. They do have substrate to burrow. These guys are tiny still, but it is set up semi-arborally where they can web a lot. They grow fast, but they're really small, so these guys will be able to be in here for several molts. And it's a little bit moist, but not too moist. GGBs don't like a lot of moisture, but since they're slings, we're gonna do a little extra moisture just to keep them so they molt good, but they're pretty hardy little guys. So we're gonna start getting them both into their new enclosures. All right, so we're gonna try.
Is he gonna run out, or is he just gonna do what the other one did, where you have to push him out?
Probably just push them out. They can be, these guys can be a little bit bolty, but they are a new world, so.
Okay, well, if it bolts, I'm gonna try everything in me not to jump.
It's not gonna bolt out of this deal.
Look at his little legs. It's so cute. It's not blue.
Yeah, well, they start off really, this is how they start off. So there's the first one. All right, so exact same setup for this one. There is a little tiny starter burrow in there, but my other one, he never used the starter burrow, so he never once burrowed. So I did the burrow just in case, because I know there's been a few that have burrowed. And try the same tactic. Hopefully it's gonna go just as easy.
Just fling him out there. Nope, he's like, I'm gonna climb up here.
He'll climb back down.
He's so cute.
And there he is.
He's adorable. Oh, I like his thing on the back. And his
his abdomen.
Yeah.
Yeah. get yours open? Did you get yours open? Ball. Get the ball, Caesar. Get the ball, Caesar. What is that, Mojo? What is that, Mojo? What do you guys got? What do you got, Jasper? What'd you get, Jasper? What'd you get, Jasper? Look at the pretty jumping spider. With the little heart on her butt. Pretty sure she's getting ready to lay an egg sack. Alright, so I know that was kind of crazy all over the place, but I wasn't really planning on doing anything other than updates this week, and then all that stuff happened with the alpacas, and so I wanted to do something with that, and then I had all the other little clips, but that was this week. I've just been sitting at the fireworks stand, doing fireworks, waiting for people to show up to buy fireworks. So, anyway, that's this week.